The Matrix movies, as I'm sure you're all aware, began over what's now 25 years ago, and in that time they've been hailed again and again as the quintessential film series for any cinema goer who desires richly thought-provoking philosophical concepts, which are woven into its revolutionary and often breathtaking cinematography and action scenes.
You're breathtaking!
But as well as the ones out of these concepts that get us to call into question the natures of our perceptions and destinies, another facet of the film series as philosophical topics is that of the dynamic between our hero and our central villain. Neo and Agent Smith. As the Oracle succinctly puts it herself in the third movie,
he is you. You're opposite, you're negative. The result of the equation trying to balance itself out.
Ever since I first watched the films, this has become probably my favourite of their thematic elements, and I'm sure some of you might also quite like it. And that's because of just how interestingly it was written. The yin and yang imagery of Neo and Smith's archenemy relationship, and just how much they're presented as two sides of the same coin. In fact, after the original trilogy ended, a theory in the fandom emerged that the Oracle's prophecy backing Neo's role as humanity's messiah might not have been about him after all.
When the Matrix was first built, there was a man born inside who had the ability to change whatever he wanted, to remake the Matrix as he saw fit. After he died, the Oracle prophesied his return, and that his coming would hail the destruction of the Matrix, end the war, bring freedom to our people.
Those of you who also know the events of the sequels might think that this sounds familiar about someone else. This theory circulating in the fandom does indeed suggest that the prophecy was actually centred around Smith all along. But personally, I don't really subscribe to it myself. I do alternatively like to wonder though if it was about both of them at the same time, because another aspect of their polar opposites imagery is that they're suggested to both be tied together by fate, such as during Smith's "Now here I stand because of you, Mr. Anderson" monologue about how he was compelled to stay, compelled to disobey.
Congratulations. Thank you.
There is nowhere I can't go, there is nowhere I won't find you.
The opposites dynamic between them manifests in numerous ways, ranging all the way from the deeper examples such as the cinematography to the comparatively more outright moments. One of the particular ways that sticks out to me is Smith's furious breakdown in the final battle, more specifically at the part where he denounces the concept of love as insipid.
Only a human mind could invent something as insipid as love.
And this isn't just the point where Neo is a true, kind hero and saviour who wants to, as I read in this exact wording online, risk everything to save everyone, while Smith is a true nihilist and a would-be destroyer of worlds. It's not just that anymore. By now, they're also at the point where, in complete contrast, it's Neo's love for Trinity that's one of his key driving forces behind his heroism and behind his goal to save the entire human race. Both Keanu Reeves and Hugo Weaving portrayed these two personalities and characterizations in ways that, frankly, played off of each other beautifully. And this makes them prime examples of one of the principles I firmly believe in when it comes to storytelling, which is that a hero is only as well created and memorable as the villain opposite them, and vice versa.